Hey everyone, it's Mari Clark here, and I'm going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout today for the Pink Camera blog. It's Fall in Love Friday, and I'm going to be using quite a bit of the Chamel Starshine collection, and I'm going to be mixing in some older products from some different lines, and I'll talk about that here as I'm going along. So I'm going to be scrapping this photograph of my son and I. This is a picture of the two of us at the Eiffel Tower. And I really love this selfie that I took of the two of us. It's one of my favorite pictures from our trip for sure. And I just wanted to scrap it today. And I really love this Queen and Company paper that has a travel theme to it. So you can find these papers in the shop. And you can see that the one that I'm using as the base has travel log at the top, and it just has a place for you to record some different things about a vacation or some travel that you've done. And I thought that was really neat, and I liked how that worked in with what I was going to do for this layout. Now that pattern paper that I have below the picture right now is from an older collection from Amy Tangerine. It's from Amy Tangerine Stitched. And I really love that collection, and I still have some of it in my stash, and I thought that it just really worked together nicely with the Starshine collection. So I decided to mix some of that in with my layout today. So I'm going to be, you can see that I'm just going to be creating a really traditional layout today. And I've already adhered the photograph, the square photo, to some paper that has, it kind of looks like a graph paper. And it's an older pattern paper from Ellie's studio, and I just thought that was a good photo mat paper because it's for this layout, because it's red, and I like those. I just like the idea of the lines on there. It just adds a little bit of extra detail, and it's definitely in contrast with some of the other things I'm using, but it does kind of match up with the paper that I'm going to be using to the right of the photograph that has the graph lines on it as well, and I'm going to use that for journaling. And that is, I think that's from Chamel's very first collection actually. So I'm going to be using that, like I said, just to journal on. Now I've taken that Amy Tan stitched paper and I just fishtailed it, and I put that as a layer underneath where the photo is going to go. And now here's another piece from the Stitched collection. This really nice, it has the wood grain on it, and it's on craft. And I like that, and I like how it kind of provides a bit of a contrast in that photo layer. So I'm going to add that behind the photos, or the singular photo. So I'm just going to size this Queen and Company paper down here a little bit. Again, just so that I decided I want to leave a little bit of a frame around that whole navy piece. So I just kind of roughly centered that on there, and now I'm just going to start building the layers. So I thought about maybe offsetting the picture, but I end up lining the picture and the journaling card or space straight on the layout. Actually, in retrospect, I kind of like the way that it looks on an angle like that. You could do it either way if you decide you want to do something similar to this. I guess you can see there what it looked like in it, and then you'll see in the end how it looks, and you can decide how you might like to do that if you were going to be doing the same layout. So I just decided that I wanted to put those craft strips at the top and the bottom just to make them look like they're one continuous piece of paper there, and layer them in that way. And now I'm going to start sticking some stuff down, and then I'll start to add the embellishments. So this layout came together quite quickly. I have quite a bit of the Starshine collection as far as the embellishments in that are concerned, so that's really nice. They went nicely with this layout, and well, that's definitely one of the reasons why it came together quickly for sure, is because I had lots of embellies to go along with what I'm working with here, the colors and so on. So I'm just going to get things stuck down, and I just wanted to have that fishtail overlapping over top of the navy there, and just going to continue to layer things. Now I want my photograph at the bottom of that red layer there rather than up a bit, just because I kind of wanted that strip that I fishtailed there to be the base for the photo. And now I'm going to start to take some of the embellishments, as I said, and start to do some layers in some different areas. I'm going to do 3 clusters around the photo mat. And what I did to create that dream title there was I just took one of the clear stickers and I stuck it onto some white cardstock, and then I just fussy cut it. And so it just pops a little bit better, and I feel like it's just a little bit easier to move it around the layout and find placement for it in that way. So, and then that die cut that says every great dream begins with a dreamer. It's that shape that I've got there above the word dream. And that's also from the Schmel ephemera pack. And I don't actually end up using that wood veneer on here. Here we go, or away we go. That little arrow off to the left there is also from the Starshine collection. And I actually took a few of those clear stickers and mounted them onto some white cardstock, like that little banner that I'm sticking underneath on the left there, which says getting there. And I just fussy cut that one as well. And I'm going to create a little cluster up to the top there, and just using a tag and some other little bits and pieces. I used a couple of the little rubber stickers from the Pink Fresh Studio Life Noted embellishments as well there, because I really like them. They're in navy, and I just thought that they looked nice and added a little bit of dimension to the layout as well. So I added a couple of those to a couple of the little cluster areas, and you definitely see a little bit of a star theme going on here. So to finish up, I just took a few little clear stickers that are stars and stuck them where the other stars are, and then I just took and lifted up the edges of the paper just to add a little bit of dimension, and that's about it. So this is just an example of how you can take some of the newer collections that you might have in your stash and mix them up with some of the older things. So if you're looking for some Starshine, I know that Lisa has lots over there in the Pink Camera shop. And so just check out the link in the description below, and you can use the code MARI10 in the store. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time for thepinkcamera.com. Bye-bye.